Right, so I'm going to add the link to this fan duct print that is on Thingiverse. It printed, it actually took a long time. There's various parts of it. I've got a reprint with BL touch holder because I've printed the wrong one and it's got this extra piece. I don't know what for, maybe a dial gauge for bed levelling measurements, that sort of thing. It printed in PLA, should have been PETG, which I've got, but I'm not convinced I'm going to bother reprinting it. I bought some 40 by 10, sorry, 40 by 20, 40 by 20 are they? I don't know the size. Yeah, they must be. Fans from Farnell, I think it was. They're 24 volt ones. So I've managed to easily wire them up with some soldered wires covered in heat shrink. The designer pointed out that there is a channel along the back there which is for the wires, but I've routed it this way now and it's absolutely fine. So what it's printing is one of these bridging tests, and if we go over here we have an original printing test, a bridging test from the original fans, and if you look on the side there's quite a chunk there in the middle of that end one. You can see how it's drooped, and this is the same side with the new duct, much improved. It's the same all round. You can see quite a thick drop there, and if I spin this round it is much better. So there has been a major improvement there. What I did not get an improvement on was the overhang test. This was the one done with the original Ender 3 fans. I mean, not bad considering the the size of that overhang. You know, it's a pretty extreme test, and this is how it printed out. So no real notable differences on the overhangs, but big difference on the bridging. This one is printing at a lower temperature. I've just dropped the temperature 10 degrees just to see if that helps at all. But yeah, pretty pleased with the fan duct modification. It's about as good as I'm going to be able to get this. So very pleased, gone on there very neatly. We've bolted onto this Microswiss direct drive unit. All the offsets have been sorted, and it's all working well. Bit of fan noise, but it doesn't bother me at all in the workshop. If this was in my bedroom it might be a different story, but they're really not too bad at all. I didn't want to waste time with buck converters, so I just bought the 24 volt fans. Just seemed the easiest thing to do. Unfortunately I did forget the wiring colour on, I can't remember which one it was, perhaps the block cooling fan. I think it had yellow and orange and blue, or one of those, and I was holding the wires together and I accidentally shorted them out whilst it was on, and it blew the circuit board. I've just done a separate video on replacing the transistor that failed when I did that, and in fact I think a lot of people have suffered on the V2 and V3 boards of either fans stuck on or fans not coming on, that sort of thing. And it's the same problem. It's an underrated transistor. There's no short circuit protection either if you do something stupid like I did. And as I say, I've just done a video on how to replace that transistor. It's a pretty straightforward task if you have a soldering iron. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. I'm just going to run a few final tests, and then hopefully we'll get on to some proper printing with this machine. And then we've still got to set up the CR10 Smart Pro and get all that calibrated. Got a little bit of time off, so yeah, hopefully this will be fine. And yeah, I'll leave the links in the description. I hope that was useful.